Sneako is a loser, and the funniest part about it is he didn't have to be. For those of you who are pretty up to date with internet personalities, you probably already know who Sneako is, but just in case you don't, Sneako's a guy who at one point in time used to be really liked on YouTube. He used to make these social commentary videos on his YouTube channel, and they were really artistic and creative, and a lot of people really respected him. I mean, at one point in time, Mr. B said that Sneako was his favorite YouTuber, which is wild, but that just goes to show how much people used to like this guy. But somewhere along the way, Sneako changed. He started to make reaction content surrounding the red pill, feminism, and dating that was popping off around 2020 or 2021, and he would see a lot of success doing this. I mean, his second channel would hit 1 million subscribers in only a couple months, but his content would start to get more and more extreme, which ultimately led to him getting banned off YouTube. Fast forward to 2026 and the guy's unbanned off YouTube, but also one of the most hated people on the internet, and it's mainly because Sneako is a loser. And look, when I say that, I'm not trying to sound like some tough guy or anything, but there's literally no other word to describe this guy. For example, we're about a minute into this video and I've shown you multiple clips of Sneako showing you what he looks like. You can tell just from one look at Sneako that this is a very, and I do mean very, biracial man. I honestly don't even know what you would classify Sneako as, because he's gone on record to say that he's part Haitian, part Jewish, part Asian, just a bunch of different things. It's clear that a lot of different ethnicities came together to create Sneako. But despite that fact, Sneako likes to align himself with racists and white supremacists. And I'm not joking when I say that. One of Sneako's best friends at the moment is this guy named Nick Fuentes, who is in fact a self-proclaimed racist and white supremacist, which is honestly kind of hilarious because the guy's last name is Fuentes, which clearly lets you know that he's not white. But on top of a Hispanic person with an identity crisis, Sneako also likes to hang around this guy named Clavicular, a mentally unwell racist who is so obsessed with his looks that he quite literally took meth to maintain himself. And once again, I'm not joking when I say this guy quite literally took meth to maintain his appearance.
I do meth, yes. So I do meth to, basically suppress my appetite and try to get leaner. It's really not as bad as people think.
I'm just trying to paint you a picture of the type of people that Sneako associates with. But the reason why I called Sneako a loser isn't just because he hangs with these people. It's because Sneako is a textbook example of a raccoon, because despite being a biracial man who, isn't white, Sneako likes to try to appeal to white supremacists.
We need more young white men to say it's cool to be white.
Yeah.
White people are cool. We don't need approval, and
being assertive. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
It's a breath of fresh air. People ask all the time, why am I friends with Claude? Why am I friends with Nick? And it's like, I'm so tired of white people existing for the approval of minorities and accepting that black culture is dominant. I want to see people just exist within themselves without looking for external validation.
Yo, do you hear how wild that sounds? You're friends with a literal white supremacist because you're tired of white people seeking validation from minorities? Are you serious right now? Me and my white friend, we're cool because we like anime and we like to talk about anime. That's why we're cool. But apparently Sneako woke up one day and said, yo, I'm tired of white people thinking that black culture is cool. I'm tired of white people thinking that in order to be cool, they gotta be accepted by minorities. Also, that entire statement is so stupid because the way Sneako tells it, he makes it sound like black people woke up one day and said, okay, white people, in order to be cool, you got to get down with black people. You got to get down with black culture. Black culture is now cool, and anything that isn't black culture is not deemed as cool. We did not deem our culture as cool. Y'all did. Everybody else deemed our culture as cool. Do you know where streetwear comes from? It originates from black Americans in the 1970s. Anytime you see someone wearing streetwear, that is black culture. Do you think black people woke up and said, yo, y'all gotta dress like us, y'all gotta wear streetwear? No, other races saw black people wearing streetwear and said, yo, that looks cool. I like how that looks. I want to start dressing like that. Now, because of that, streetwear is not only in America, it's all over the world. But black people didn't force streetwear on anyone. Or if we look at hip hop and R&B, created by black people, still dominated by black people. Black people did not wake up one day and say, oh, y'all have to listen to our music. But do you know who buys the most tickets to rap concerts? It's white people. Do you know why they do it? Because they like it, because they think it's cool. I mean, if black people were just forcing their culture on other groups of people, why is there an entire music industry in Korea that quite literally copies black music and black artists from the past, including their aesthetics? Not a single black person ever woke up and said do that. But the reason why people copy us across the seas and the reason why people engage in our culture in America is because they like it, because they think it's cool. Not a single black person ever forced forced for our culture to be cool. It was deemed cool by everyone else. And this is what I mean when I say Sneako just tries to appeal to white supremacists, because like I said, Sneako's a very biracial man, and you know, Sneako likes to claim that he's part black. To any black person watching this video, please tell me what self-respecting black man you know would sit up in front of a white supremacist and say this. And the thing about Sneako that I don't understand is that maybe if they treated him like, you know, one of the good ones, maybe I could kinda understand all of the raccooning. But these people literally play in Sneako's face specifically because he's not white.
It's not fair. Sneako is a sensitive brown clown.
Brown
Why the fuck are
clown.
you laughing so hard, bro?
Dude, brown clown.
Why are you laughing
Because
so
I
hard?
started that, bro.
Yeah, brown clown is his.
Yeah, it's just like
That's his IP.
yeah.
Brown.
It's just
It's not funny, bro. It's racist.
so good.
Fuck, stop saying that, bro.
Dude,
Stop.
if I was brown, I'd be going through it if somebody called me that. It's
not funny.
too good.
Nick's talking about you. Let me see. And also, Myron texted me back. He wants to call. I said I'm gonna call him after this video. Hold on. What did Nick say?
Maybe Sneako's Jar Jar, because Jar Jar Binks is from Naboo.
Fuck.
And he's on Tatooine when we all meet together.
Oh, it's because I'm Jar Jar Binks, bro. What the fuck, man?
Obi-Wan, Clav is Anakin, Sneako is Jar Jar.
What the fuck? What
Myron
the?
is Mace.
And Sneako is a perfect example of why I think all minorities need to have high racial self-esteem, because this idea that, oh, maybe if I try to appeal to racists, maybe if I conduct myself in a certain way, they'll like me and they'll accept me, and you know, they won't treat me like the others. It never made sense to me, because the concept of racism is the very idea that I don't like you or I think less of you because of the color of your skin. If your skin is not the same color as them, they will always think less of you, which is why a lot of the time Sneako comes off looking very stupid, because many of the things he preaches for or advocates for, or you know, even the people he hangs around with, go against his very existence.
Dude, do you guys understand like what Sneako and Myron, had they been born in a different generation, what they would have been like? And then they're preaching all the shit that would have stopped them from having a platform because they never would have been given the same opportunity that they have today. What the fuck are we saying? You aren't white. Your skin color is not white. You're not one of them. You're not one of us. Like, what?
But outside of everything I've shown you already, let's get to the real meat and potatoes of how much of a loser Sneako is. So recently, Sneako did a collab stream down in Miami with only what I can call the loser Avengers. Like, I mean, literally everybody's calling these people the worst people on the internet, the most hated people on the internet. You got Sneako, Clavicular, Myron Gaines, Nick Fuentes, Andrew and Christian Tate, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who this white guy is in the middle of Sneako and Clavicular, but he's really not that important to the story. Under normal circumstances, these guys wouldn't even be important and I wouldn't even be talking about them, but they actually made major news, and I'm not joking, they literally made the news.
People laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about Hitler.
I wish I could make this up, but in an attempt to be controversial, I guess, these losers drove a party bus to the club where on the way there, they played the Kanye West song HH. If you've never heard this song before, there's a good reason for it. It's because it's literally banned off every single streaming service, because the chorus of the song is literally a bunch of people repeating over and over again, "Hail the Mustache Man."
I'm the Juice Man! They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter.
Dude, these guys are so lame, and I'm not even just saying that because I obviously don't like them. Like, I'm trying to think of the purpose of why they would even do this, because all I can imagine is they're just trying to get shock value, which, mind you, most of these people in this car are pushing 30 or well into their 30s. A bunch of grown men sitting around on a party bus trying to look edgy by singing a song about the Mustache Man. Like, doesn't this sound like something that like an edgy teenager would try to do? Another reason why Sneako's so pathetic is like he can't even even commit to it. Like, he's clearly laughing about it in the clip, but when they put the camera right in his face and it gets to the part where he's supposed to, where, you know, Kanye West is saying, "Hail the mustache man," Sneako all of a sudden doesn't want to say the words. Which, mind you, I don't think anyone should be saying those words, but I thought this was what Sneako believed in. I thought this was the type of people he wanted to associate with. Well, maybe he just needed a warm-up, because apparently one time wasn't good enough, because somehow, some way, they would actually convince the club DJ to play this song.
They don't understand the things I say on Twitter.
I literally couldn't even play the rest of the audio. That's how many times this song is just spamming "Hail the Mustache Man" over and over again. But like you saw earlier, this incident actually made the news, and, you know, kind of makes sense considering who this song is praising and where the song is being played at. It led to a lot of backlash for everyone involved, including Sneako. Now, I think any sane person would say to themselves, okay, there's probably going to be some type of consequences that comes with this. You know, there's probably going to be, you know, some type of punishment for my actions. I'll just have to brace myself. I'll have to accept it. You know, I'll have to just take it on the chin. Do you think that's what Sneako did? Absolutely not. Instead of doing any of that, Sneako would actually hop on stream, cry about the situation, act like in some type of way he's a victim and that people are blowing this out of proportion and that people are being too sensitive and that they're just coming at him to come at him.
All day long, all these people, Mike Malak, Banks hit me up asking what's going on with this. Steiny's calling me saying that he wasn't going behind my back and, you know, congratulating people for canceling me. I'm gonna call some people I know saying, what's going on here? This is stressing me out. I have all the pressure all around me to fold. If you guys saw what it was like today, oh man, 90% of you would have folded. Wallahi, you would have folded. You think this is easy? You think, how many people you think are to be able to take this heat? Obviously not. Top G couldn't. But I thought we're supposed to escape the matrix. Because I know I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do? I have every incentive right now. I just got unbanned on YouTube. I'm still applying for my Twitch. I banned on TikTok, banned on Instagram. This took my livelihood for 3 fucking years. I get it back and yeah, it's not easy. People call me up crying.
It always amazes me when I see people who act like they're persevering through some type of struggle when it's quite literally a problem or a struggle that they created for themselves. Like, he's talking about, man, I was banned for 3 years. Buddy, I see why you were banned for 3 years, because immediately after you get unbanned, you want to pull a stunt like this. You know what I noticed? This guy's really similar to Aiden Ross. Remember when we talked about that guy? Like, Sneako's clearly listening to the song, dancing to it, smiling on camera about it, you know, engaging with it, and then he's gonna sit up here and be like, well, what did I do? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. You don't understand why people would be mad about you, you know, listening to a song that's literally saying all hail the guy that, you know, killed so many Jewish people. Not even just Jewish people. A lot of people like to act like only Jewish people died during, you know, World War II. So many people died trying to stop that crazy man from Germany. World War II wasn't that long ago. It wasn't 500 years ago or anything like that. It was like 80 years ago. There are a lot of people who served that are still alive to this day. Imagine their reaction when they hop online and they see these idiots in the club dancing to a song, you know, laughing like it's a joke about the guy. It's literally saying praise the guy that they gave their life to, that they could have lost their life to trying to take down. And now when you're receiving the backlash that you 100% deserve, you're sitting up here on stream saying things like, oh, if you had to experience this, oh, if you had to deal with this pressure, buddy, me and most normal people would never have to experience this because we never would have done what you did. But it actually is kind of satisfying seeing people like Sneako have to face real life consequences for, you know, just purposely trying to be nuisances, because he would go on to be informed that he is quite literally banned from a majority of the nightlife in Miami, basically all of it.
You know you're banned from everything now, right? You smoked yourself. He's been in my vlogs. It's this promoter who's been in my vlogs. He's been a friend of mine for a while. We've had back and forth. He's a Zionist. And he just said, I'm banned from everything.
The racist.
Hey, what's up? I'm streaming right now.
I can see that.
You watching?
No, I'm not.
Oh, let's go. So I'm banned from everything?
That's what I hear.
From who? Who said that?
You're banned from virtually. Am I on stream? I don't want my face on stream.
Oh, okay, yeah, just put your voice.
You're virtually banned from every single hospitality group in the United States.
Like what?
Tao Group, Groot Hospitality, H-Root Group, virtually every restaurant, every venue, every nightclub. You're pretty much banned for your anti-Semitic remarks and your absolute racism and your hatred towards Jews. I thought we were friends.
We are friends. You don't want to be friends anymore?
Oh, I haven't been your friend in over a year, my man. Your anti-Semitism is blatantly disgusting. It's very, very offensive. You know, I've hosted you thousands of times, taken care of you. I've been a true friend, and all I've ever received from you is hatred, racism, and just anti-Semitism.
When have I been racist or hateful towards you?
You always say smirky remarks. It's always been against Jews.
It kills me how after doing what this guy did, he still sits up here on the phone with this guy and is like, well, what did I do that was racist? What did I do that was racist? How am I being racist? Like, it's something about these guys like Sneako, guys like Aiden Ross, where they clearly know what they're doing is, you know, racist. They know what they're doing is to offend people. They know they're trying to get outraged. But when the outrage come, when they're rage baiting and the rage actually comes, then they play dumb, or they do the whole all of a sudden they have amnesia. They don't understand what they did wrong. They're just, they're just being them. They're just being real, and all of a sudden everybody's too sensitive, or everybody just has a problem for no reason. It's pretty annoying, but at the same time, it is funny to see this guy actually face consequences. And remember when I said earlier in the video that it actually makes no sense for Sneako to try to appeal to white supremacists and these alt-right people, because it would never benefit him. He'll never be accepted because he's not white. Well, we're seeing it in real time, because after the club incident, everybody involved in the videos, everybody in their little group started receiving backlash. So you know what they did, because they didn't want to take the heat? They just blamed Sneako.
Yeah, I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneako played the song.
Sneako. What the fuck, Tristan? Okay, first off, no, I didn't. I might know. I'm not ratting people out who did, but I didn't play the song. In the Sprinter van, like, it was a couple people's idea. Yeah, maybe I came up with it, but in the club it wasn't. And why does it even matter? Tristan, why are you talking to this guy? This guy just had Netanyahu on. He was just there clapping for him like a seal at the synagogue in Miami. Miami Beach mayor didn't say a word about that, didn't condemn that. And you guys are there like confiding behind our backs? Oh, he's the one who did it. You got the call, bro, and you folded?
Played the song, Sneako played the song. I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely. I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're funny. They're on the internet. I really didn't do anything wrong. I understand why some people were offended.
It is funny. You were laughing at it too. You've played the song. I was in Spain with Ye when you posted a video of you listening to the song in your Bugatti. And Ye quote tweeted and said, "Praise God." Do you think that we have short-term memory loss? This was not even a year ago. In the club, you were laughing when it came on. What are we doing here? Tristan was laughing. It's in 4K. It was live on stream.
It's very inconvenient for me. I have Jewish business partners. I have tech teams in Israel.
No, y'all can't see it right now, but the smile on my face, man, let me tell you, it's big. It's so big, because these clips are hilarious. Bro, I find it so funny that he's really sitting up here crying, being like, bro, why are y'all acting like y'all don't play the songs too? Why are y'all acting like it's not funny? Why are y'all trying to take the blame off me? It's because they don't respect you, Sneako. They don't respect you. They're not your friends. They don't really like you. You are the scapegoat. You are the, the token biracial person that they keep around so that they can, so that you can help further their racism. And when stuff hits the fan like it did with this incident, why wouldn't they put the blame on you? They don't respect you. They're not your friends. They don't even really like you. So for you to be crying about this is kind of bewildering to me, but it is hilarious. So let's hear him cry just a little bit more.
Fall guy, when everybody's playing a song and enjoying it, as you saw, they need me to be the fall guy, because I'm enough for them to, I can take the heat off of them, but not clouded enough for them to care or get a benefit from it. And I'm just sick of being in this position. I'm sick of people like, oh, you're beefing, you're drama. It's like, I get from every single side all the time. From everyone's always saying some sneaky shit, saying disrespect. And it's something they wouldn't say about Speed, something you wouldn't say about Kai Cenat. I get. You know, and from not just you specifically, but from all streamers and all people. And this whole Tate situation is the perfect example. Their lawyer is trying to pin it on me right now. They are trying to pin it on me. Tristan called in, ratting on me, saying that I'm the one who played the song. First off, it's a song, and I'll play it again. I don't care. And then like I saw a clip from you. You did kind of defend me, but at the same time, you're like, oh, you were doing so good. You were doing so good. And it's just like you're realizing like, you, all the time, like you got Puka in trouble for doing the Jew hands, right? What's the difference between doing this and playing a song that's offensive?
Sneako is either purposely trying to play dumb or he's actually just stupid. And I refuse to believe that he's actually just stupid. Number one, he says, people say things behind my back, but they don't talk about me the way they talk about Kai Cenat or IShowSpeed. Maybe because those are two of like the most beloved creators. Like I know we just made a video talking about like how people don't really like the new Kai, but still, they don't really hate on Kai for anything that he's doing. A lot of people really like Kai. A lot of people love Speed globally. Bro, the stuff that Sneako is doing, who does he think people are like? What type of people does he think he appeals to? You don't think when you're doing things to constantly offend people, you don't think, oh, I don't know, maybe people aren't gonna like me, maybe people are gonna say slick stuff about me behind my back? I mean, just listen to the clip I just played. He literally says, oh, well, I didn't find anything wrong with the song and I'll play it again, even though tons and tons of people are coming out saying they're offended by it, that they think it's disgusting, that they think it's weird and lame that y'all did this, and they find it very offensive. You're like, oh, well, I'll just play it again. And I also hate that he just keeps saying, oh, I just played a song, or oh, we were just listening to a song, acting like it's just a normal song. Yes, people do have the right to get mad at you playing a song that is literally saying all hail the guy that killed countless people in a club. A lot of people do have the right to be offended by that. A lot of people do have the right to be like, you're a piece of shit for that. And if you don't want to agree with that and you want to double down on it and you don't want to apologize, that's perfectly fine. But then you got to stand on it. And the thing that I don't understand about people like Aiden Ross, people like Sneako, they like to do things and then they like to hide their hand. They like to do stuff and, you know, they like to act like they want to stand on it, but then they want to cry about it. They just want to keep crying about the backlash. Oh, why can't y'all just leave me alone? Oh, why are y'all so mad about this? Why are y'all so bothered when you're purposely going out your way to antagonize people? Which is ultimately why I wanted to make this video, because Sneako truly is pathetic. Like everything that I see about him online against my will, I just think, man, this guy has one of the worst existence that I've ever seen. Like I would not want to trade lives with this guy. You know, his existence is so pathetic. At times I almost feel bad for him, but then I remember he's also racist towards black people, and then I just think, yeah, this couldn't happen to a better guy. But let me know in the comments what you think about our boy Sneako. Do you think he'll ever learn, or do you think he'll still be tap dancing for white supremacists that, you know, make jokes on him and throw him under the bus? If I was a betting man, I would say this guy is never gonna change. And honestly, hey man, more content for us, I guess. Thanks again for checking out another one. I've been really enjoying making these type of videos. So if you got any topics you want me to cover, just hit me up on Instagram or just leave it in the comments of like this video or any of my other ones. And until then, it's been your boy Corin, and I'm off this.